Hi, this is Tutor Nick P, and this is noun phrase 143. The noun phrase today is smear campaign. Okay, let's take a look at the note here. If someone organizes a smear campaign against another person or company or some organization, they do it by spreading false and unpleasant rumors about them or accusing them of things in order to damage their reputation. This is often used in politics and is especially mentioned in news reports. So, it's not like you hear regular people saying the word smear campaign a lot, but on the news you hear smear campaign very, very often. So, especially if one news network, favors one, they might say that the other political party is smearing the one they like, or vice versa. Okay. Let's continue. Smear by itself can have the meaning of to try to damage one's reputation by telling lies. So if you just smear someone. So smear campaign means they have the whole campaign doing it this way. So they have a number of planned events in order to try to hurt their opponent's reputation. Let's continue. They say the term has been around since 1936, or at least that's as early as they can find it, and is simply part of politics as usual today. Yeah, you could always find it in politics. It's very, very rare. Once in a while, somebody will try to pretend that they're above it, but that's only if they're really way, way ahead. They usually do this. They usually do mudslinging and smear tactics very often because, if they don't do it, they have to attack each other just to try to stay even. If one side just is constantly attacked and they don't respond to it, then, sometimes people will actually believe, well, they're not responding. Maybe there's some truth to it, All right, anyway, let's continue. However, the practice of this behavior has always been around, especially in politics. And it's not limited to politics, though. You could find it in the business world and some other areas of society. All right, let's continue. Smear campaigns often include rumors that cannot be verified. Yeah, that's one of the main parts. You don't want it to be verified too easily because then you can just get rid of it. So it's ones where there's a question mark left there. Distortions, they kind of change whatever the truth is and, skew it to make it look bad or something like that. Half-truths. Yeah, well, some of the best lies are half-truths because, there's some truth to it. And people say, well, this part is true. So that might make it more believable. And complete lies. Complete lies are just total lies. They just made the whole thing up, meaning no truth to it at all. Anyway, we got 3 examples here. Here's example number 1. That political party orchestrated a smear campaign against their rivals. Yeah, we use orchestrate a lot. Run is a common one. You could run, because we often say to run a campaign. So you could run a smear campaign or orchestrate, organize, anything like that. Any sort of verb in that sense. All right, number 2 here. In the 1960s, when Ralph Nader was campaigning for car safety, some say General Motors hired PIs, private investigators, to find dirt on him so they could run a smear campaign against him. So this is one where it's not directly politics, it's more business. If they don't like what somebody's doing against them, maybe they could try to, damage the reputation of that person so people don't listen to him as much. And the last one here, of course, political parties often use smear campaigns because many have proven to be successful. Yeah, if they didn't work, they probably wouldn't do it. But unfortunately, since they do work, they're often repeated. It's one of the main tactics to use. Anyway, I hope you got it. I hope it was clear. I hope it was informative. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.